There's a telephone number on the top right-hand part of the screen. Now, we're giving 2 tickets away for Sandown. All you have to do is ring that number. We're going to give you a very simple question, and 2 tickets for this week's Tingle Creek could be yours. So that number will start there for a couple of minutes. It's 0207 908 7289. Give us a call. We'll ask you a simple question, and 2 tickets for the Tingle Creek this Saturday will be yours. Sam, sorry.
Ballybriggan. This horse won a huge gamble for Gordon Elliott. We're talking only about a week ago, but it jumped like a stag, and Kevin Sexton gave it a confident ride. The money was down, but the ride was impeccable. I mean, it's won a really big, huge race in Ireland. You know, there's a lot of horses in that race. That's a difficult race. If they repeat the trick here, the mark the horse is on, I think, could be, well, I'd be surprised if it comes over here and runs and it's given the same treatment and it gets a little bit of a free rein at the front. It'll be placed. I'm not necessarily, it's going to be a huge ask to follow up after a race like that, but it ran so well, you know, and the money clearly was there for it. It's 10 to 1 at the moment. I don't think it'd be 10 to 1 on the day if it comes over. Gordon Elliott's not going to put it on the boat for fun.
Anything else?
Perfect. No, apart from that, I thought it was obviously, it's a very, very competitive race. I wasn't sure there was that many well-handicapped horses in this. All I would say about this race, since we had the new modifications to the Grand National, I do think that it's become more of a speed test, where perhaps before they went a little bit slower and the fences were bigger. I do think I like to see horses perhaps up in the van in mid-division, not necessarily many of them come from the back no more. But no, apart from that, those two are due for me in a very competitive race.
Okay. Yep. If we've got a caller in, if we put him through, we'll pose the question to him. Miguel?
I'd say that Mon Parain is a front runner, and you do need to be pretty handy. So I think he'll give you a good run. 25s in places, you'll get a very good run for your money.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it? I think the potential for a lot of these to go on to bigger and better things. Yet you've also got a lot of your old favourites, Burton Port I'm looking at in there as well. You know, Mendip Express is a very popular horse. Whenever it runs, it seems to have a lot of people that tweet.
That's a skeleton horse, isn't it?
Mendip Express, Harry Fry.
Oh, is it Harry Fry?
Yeah, Across the Bay as well, which I seem to remember last year the National got run out of it, didn't they? I think.
Yeah,
Across the Bay.
He's jumped well a couple of times over the fences.
But you know, you've got Venetia Williams, who's had a few winners and started to pick up. You know, she's got Renard in there, who'll be off a difficult mark to win that race, I imagine. But we'll see. You're going to get at least 4 places, hopefully. So I do think if you can find one at double figures, you'll be having a good chance.
I just reminded that number's on the screen. It was on there. Someone did phone up and we've lost them. So they're going to have to ring back. It's a very simple question. Someone might get in there before you. I can hear the phone ringing, so they're ringing back up. I wonder if someone else has got in there before. I mean, there are a few horses in this race. I mean, Highland Lodge, first time disappointing. That was a disappointing run, first time in the hood for Highland Lodge. Bradley Brigham from Ireland. You can't let anything that Gordon Elliott brings over.
But then
he was surely trained for the minute for that big gamble, though. You would have think he was cherry ripe that day.
But would you be that surprised if he pops over a few and then maybe goes away and comes back for a different event towards the springtime? You know, given a nice little break. Be interesting to see what the handicapper does.
I told him betting Chance to Voy.
Well, he's got an obvious. I mean, if you go back to the race last year, I say he's actually weighted better with the third horse, and that's obviously because he's been disappointed since then. But Philip Hobbs has done nothing wrong. They've been absolutely flying. So back to that kind of form, he would have a massive chance. But the absence concerns me, and obviously the recent form figures.
Beating 19 lengths in the National, you know. I mean,
did he stay though?
It's a very different trip, this, which he proved last time. But I think the horse you mentioned there, Pete, we must keep on about it.
Someone's on the phone, and it's sadly not the guy that originally rang. Oh, no. Good evening.
Good evening. Hello, Peter.
Hello, how you doing? All right?
All right, mate, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was quite good there because someone else rang, someone else is ringing, and you got a chance to win these tickets.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
Absolutely, okay. You got in first. The question is it Tony?
Yes.
Yeah, the question is, the first and second last year's Tingle Creek was?
Oh, Jesus. First and second, do you know what?
Got another caller in the background, got to be quick.
No, Peter, go on.
Okay, go on, right, okay.
No.
The next...
Sorry, mate.
Not a problem.
Thanks anyway, thank you.
All the best. Someone else will ring, is on the line, so we'll keep that going.
Oh, the suspense.
I know the question now. The people are going to be sat there on their tablets and smartphones. That's what I had to do, because I couldn't think of who came second, I'm going to be honest.
The guy probably thinks now he's looking at Google.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can get that other phone call. Yeah, we can. Good evening.
I can hear the phones coming.
Hello?
I can hear it.
Hiya.
Hi, who's that?
It's Alex.
Hello, Alex. Right.
Mate.
I'm good. You?
Yeah, good.
The question is, who finished first and second in last year's Tingle Creek?
Sada Grugy won.
Yeah.
One ticket.
That's half a ticket. That's half a ticket.
Mate, I can go and my dad can pay for himself. I'll take it.
Give me a clue.
You've got 10 seconds.
Are you going to give me a stable?
No, can't do that.
Summersby.
Well done!
Yes.
Well done.
Well done.
Just
Right.
waiting for the internet page to load.
Absolutely.
Honest to God, I'm standing outside because I dropped reception when I tried to call you earlier.
Well done.
Alex, we'll get those 2 tickets sorted for you for Sandown on Saturday.
Top guys, thank you very much.
Okay, good one.
I'm loving the show. Can I ask you what you think of our selection?
What's your selection, Alex?
Oscar Whiskey.
Oh,
Okay.
It's the classiest horse in the race by a country mile, and if he last time out at Cheltenham jumped a lot better, which was his main problem over fences before. He's got form over the distance. I reckon he could go close at 9 to 1.